too late. So okay, well, I will start for all the ones that are there currently. Some of you, all the board members and the full members, have already heard part of what I'm going to be talking about, but again, apologies for that, and welcome to all the members now in this first and hopefully last internet live version of our member meeting. I really look forward to to meeting you again all in person, and but I'm already glad to at least see and hear you today. So in the strange and weird world that we are currently living in, I hope that all of you and all your family and friends are in good health and will remain so in the coming time. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier to the full members, we are going to be dealing for now several months or years with new ways of working and some changes in the way we do our business. But it will definitely take some time before some kind of business as usual has really resumed. So first I will introduce the current new board, because we had you know, some changes in the board that were voted in the election in the previous in the board meeting that took place an hour ago. So we lost a board member last year with Lisbeth van der Merch, who left the MAP group and is no longer working in the relocation world. And we also sadly have to say that Pauline Six from Bright Expat will be also leaving the board soon. But we are really happy to welcome the two new board members that were voted in half an hour ago. That is Eleanor van Rijk also, the colleague of Pauline at Bright Expat, and Deborah Loons from Relocation Belgium. Welcome on board, ladies. I'm really happy to see new people in our board. That's a great addition. We are really happy with that. Among the other board members who were already there and will remain there this year, we have Fabian van der Kelen, who is now with the MAP group, and the affiliate representative, Dave de Ruiter from ING, Salvatore Orlando for BNP Paribas Fortis, who is not yet here, I don't think so. Catherine van den Weyenberg from Partenamut, Alexander de Nijs from Fragomen, and Sandra van Bellingen, who now is working for ProPay. So that's going to be your board for the next year to come. I'm pleased to say that the accounts were approved a few minutes ago, also during the AGM. The association is doing well and has plenty of monies in the banks to allow us to act and do whatever we need to do for you know, the object of this association and the assistance to all our members. So that's really great to know. We will quickly go through the committee reports. Basically, briefly, what has been already said to the full members. Pauline, are you ready to start with for the relocation committee?
Sure, I am. Thank you, Eric. So good afternoon, everyone. We have two updates regarding the Relocation Committee. The first one being the news about the Town Hall 1000 Brussels. Eric and I met with the city at the end of December, explaining the struggle that we as a relocation do have with the registration of EU citizens and also non-EU citizens on the top. We work together on explaining the process that we have now, which is not optimal. So they came back to us with forms as well as different step by step to follow to make sure that we can smooth the registration of these citizens. So I think it's going better. Of course, it's something that we will need to monitor on the long run, but this has been quite a good opportunity for us as a professional association to lobby with the city hall and to the city, the representative of the mayor, to explain what's going on and what can be done better. So they took good note of this. And the second aspect is about what we are now facing in our industry. More and more of our clients are asking for virtual house searches. And with this in mind, we thought as excuse me, there is, give me a second, please.
Well, that's all the fun of the working from home that we all share for the last few weeks.
I'm sorry.
Very efficient, Pauline.
I was on mute or not on mute while I was speaking to them?
Not on mute, but no problem.
I'm sorry, I thought I mute myself. Anyway, we are all human beings and we have children, right? So I think you won't take it bad. So I'm really sorry, but that was it's a dispute between Timothy and Harry. They are fighting for a toy. So yeah, what can I do? And it's hard for them, I can tell. So besides
tell them I will bring an extra toy.
Yes, I'd love to, but yes, you know, screens are not ideal for little ones.
No. Okay, you're on mute now, Pauline.
Yes, but I have to manage everything as we do, all of us since the lockdown. So thanks for listening to my whole story. What I wanted to say is about 1000 Brussels, we did it well, and that's a good job. So, and the second aspect is about the changing our industry with our clients. They are more and more asking for virtual house searches, and in order to make sure that our clients, the assignee, will sign the lease contracts without also telling us that we weren't right in terms of the adjective that we chose and that they are not happy in their property, we thought that we should have a disclaimer in order for you to take the advantage of this document to, might say, cover your ass. No, it's not like that, I should say. Anyway, I'm a little bit not so focused anymore, so I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Pauline, don't worry.
So anyway, the disclaimer is in order to help you for our relocation companies as well as for the freelance consultant to make sure that when you go on the virtual house search, if there is any complaint afterwards, at least you have these documents signed to support you in the process. This is written by a lawyer, and you will get this in your mailbox by Wednesday, the latest normally. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you. Now, on the membership committee, Catherine, can you update us?
Yes, thank you, Eric. I will do that. So I give you a small overview of the membership committee. So since the last AGM meeting, we now have exactly 90 members. which means that we stay stable in number of memberships. We launched last year a specific action towards freelance relocators because we were convinced, and we are still convinced, of course, that it is very important to give them the opportunity to participate to the ABRA network. I will not give all names because I can tell you that it are 12 freelance members for the moment, but we're still working on it. So, which means that there will surely follow other freelance members the coming weeks or months. We welcomed also 4 new affiliate members this year, which are Mitra Advocaten van Breda Insurances, European School of Brussels, and residents in Ghent. Unfortunately, in these corona times, it's not so easy to convince new members. I think it's logic in that sense that companies are still a bit afraid of extra expenses these days, online networking events. But we are sure that once we can organize again live networking events, that new members will join more easily. I would like to say too that in case one of you, if you're thinking of a potential new ABRA member, that we can contact, so the membership committee, so please let us know. Because it remains, of course, the goal of ABRA membership committee to ensure not only that we see an increase in new memberships, but also that the current ABRA members are pleased with their actual membership. So any questions, please, concerns, questions, please come to us. You know how to find us. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. Events committee, which, well, lives in troubled times these days because organizing events is getting complicated. Dave, please, can you give us your update?
Yes, with pleasure, Eric. In a sense, it's getting more complicated because in-person meetings are not yet possible. But luckily, on the other side, it's very easy to set up webinars, isn't it, Fiona? For the events committee, sadly, we had planned mid-March an in-person event at St. John's International School, which could not take place because of the lockdown that was announced just a few days before. And today, normally, we would have been in the fantastic facilities of KBC in Brussels, but also that is not possible. But this time, of course, we were able to replace it by a Zoom web event. Now, we hope that in September, when we have our next member event, that we can meet in person, and BEPS has announced itself to host, and we should normally have Air Inc. to talk about trends in compensation and benefits for international mobile people. In December, if all goes well, we should be at Martin's All Suites, but there the topic hasn't been decided yet. In general, I can say that for the events committee, it's pretty easy to find hosts, banks, international schools, hotels, and other service providers to the international mobility ecosystem are very willing to assist us and to provide us great facilities and very nice drinks and zakuskis afterwards. It's a little bit less easy on the subject and topic side. We always want an interesting speaker, But it's getting better because we have some budgets at ABRA, but not enough to invite Mark Zuckerberg, of course. So if you have ideas, particularly on the side of speakers, people that have some expertise in a field somehow related, of course, to relocation or to international mobility, and who want to show their expertise rather than just making publicity for their own business, that is most welcome. There has been a very original and interesting initiative on the side by Eric and Fiona in the form of an informal virtual apéro, to which I have attended occasionally, and I can recommend it to everyone. That's it for the events committee.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. And then last report is from Fiona on the communication committee.
Sure. Thank you, Eric. Not huge news, but I'd like to thank all the members for your ongoing support and the trust you place in us to represent you. We've been very busy behind the scenes most of all. We're in the process of updating our CRM and making some updates to design and features and so on for the website, so more will be revealed soon. Of course, sponsorship advertising sales remain fairly stable, which we're very, very grateful for, especially in light of the current economic climate. And of course, we've got more editions of Relocate coming up. But that being said, of course, we don't know how things will go over the next few months and years, so we need to be sure that we're serving you in the best way we can, and I'll be sending out a short survey to see, you know, what kind of topics you want to hear about in Relocate. Do you prefer it in a digital format or a printed format, and so on and so forth. We just want to make sure we do right by the members and right by the association. So please be sure to give us your feedback. I'll send out an email later evening or tomorrow probably. Not much to report back from the Euro conference, unfortunately, other than it's been postponed until March 2021. So we're quite heartbroken. But Euro have been very, very good at organising short online interviews and sessions with different members, which you can find on their YouTube channel. So please do check in on those. And last and perhaps not least, very big news as far as Salvatore and I are concerned is that we finally managed to convince Sebastian Doman of St. John's International School to come and join our efforts. So thank you very, very much, Sebastian. You're very welcome, and I look forward to getting stuck into this with you.
There's probably someone who would need to mute his